What's up, yo? Big Cat 305 here. Today we're gonna do an update on an old meat lovers pizza recipe, and the results are shocking. Let's go. For the first 5 years of my YouTube channel, I focused on making easy recipes that tasted great, but I never really considered if they were great for you. Meanwhile, I have all these old recipes that need some tweaking, like an update. Think computer update. When your computer starts running slow and sluggish, you get an update and it runs much smoother and more efficiently. So now my goal is to update these old recipes so they don't just taste great, but they're great for you. Let's start the update. What's up, yo? Big Cat 305 here. Today we are making pizza on the Blackstone. Not just any pizza, meat lovers pizza. We've got 3 strips of black peppercorn, thick cut bacon, pound Italian ground sausage, biscuit size ham. Throw that bacon grease in there as well. Oh. And here's our Pillsbury pizza crust. Looks great. That's exactly what I was going for. And now we're going to add our toppings. I start with the Mids pizza sauce, which is my favorite. Minced garlic here. I love fresh garlic. We're going to add some oregano as well. The cheese first. Italian sausage. So we add our ham, and then from there we add our bacon. Oh my god, the bacon is smelling delicious. And then finally we want to add our pepperoni. So we're gonna add a little bit more cheese. I went light on the cheese in the beginning, so I figured let me add a little bit more on the top. Muy delicioso. All right, we're going to start off with our Publix uncured applewood bacon. Uncured meaning no nitrates or nitrites added. 3 strips of that. And then our Jenny O regular turkey sausage. And you just want to chop this up in good little chunks. So I'll speed this up for you. And just make sure it's nice and evenly chopped up into nice crumbles. The difference between the turkey sausage and the regular sausage is huge when it comes to sodium. So I'll show that later on. The nutritional value of this bacon is very similar to the black peppercorn bacon that I use in the original. It's just this one is uncured. And then it's time for our low sodium ham. So the difference between this and the other ham that I use is huge when it comes to sodium. So you should probably cut these up before you put them down. Hey, it's me again. Don't forget, at the end of this video, I'm going to compare the nutritional value of the new updated recipe versus the old recipe. All right, that bacon is looking delicious. And that ham, I'm going to move it over here and turn down the right side of the griddle. That'll be kind of my warming station. And then once it's all done, we're going to take it off the griddle, set it aside for later, and head inside to prep the dough. All right, dough prep time. We're going to lightly grease that pizza pan. That's a 16-inch pizza pan. That's avocado oil. We're using a thin crust pizza dough here. Same Pillsbury that I used last time, but last time I used the classic version. And this is the thin crust. You just want to spread this out as best you can. I do not have a best practice for that. This is trial and error. Do your best. I will say I probably should have done with the 14-inch pan like I did in the original recipe, but I did not. This is what I had. However, turned out great. But this is what you do. And then I use this pizza screen as well, and this helps get the crust nice and crunchy and crispy. So once I form it onto the pizza pan, then I move it over to the pizza screen. And that's what we're going to cook on. And then just cut off any excess corners you have there. Super simple. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad. So I preheated the griddle to about 400 to 425 degrees. And I put the pizza on a rack so it doesn't burn. Close that lid and set the timer for 6 minutes. 6 minutes later, I check it out and you can see it is cooking nicely. Maybe a little too nicely in certain spots, but you can see the bottom there. It looks great. Since it was so done, I decided to put it on a pizza pan for the rest of the cook. What you want to do now is just take it off and let that griddle cool down for a minute or so, and then that's where you want to start your toppings. So we're going to start off with our pizza sauce, Rao's. I've used this before. I like mids, I like Rao's, but I looked at the label and Rao's is just better for you carb-wise. So that's why I decided to use that. And you just want to throw some dollops down there and spread it out. Less is more. Don't go too crazy. It's a pretty strong pizza sauce. It tastes great, by the way, if you've never tried it. Just want to make sure you spread it evenly. Try to get it out to the edges as close as you can there. And just make it nice and even. Then sticking to the original recipe, I used some garlic. Squeezed minced garlic. I love this stuff on pizza. Tastes great. Spread that out. And then we're also going to add some oregano. Give it some Italian pizza flavor, some oregano. I used a lot. This is where it gets fun. You can put whatever you want on this and make it yours. Cheese time. I used part skim mozzarella cheese, and this stuff is awesome. Definitely better for you than the whole milk. And I spread it out nice and evenly here. Not too much. Just enough. And then we're going to put down our ham. Same thing. Going fast here for you, but just spread it out. Remember, you got a lot of meat going down, so don't put it all down if you don't need to. 3 strips of bacon. Doesn't look like much there, does it? But bacon is a pretty strong flavor, so that's just perfect for this pizza. Same thing. Spread it out evenly. Dump the rest in there. And then this turkey sausage. Let me tell you, I did sneak a bite, and it is good. So, same thing. Spread it out evenly. And then our turkey pepperoni. Definitely better for you than the regular pepperoni. We'll go over that in a bit. Make sure you got full coverage here. Looks good. Our pizza is coming together. And then a little bit more cheese on top just for decoration. And you know I love cheese. So, looks fantastic. All right, so now we're going to take it off. Get our Blackstone back up to temp, 400 to 425, and then put the pizza back on in the preheated Blackstone oven, if you want to call it that. And we are going to cook this for 6 minutes. Full disclosure, Blackstone does not recommend closing the lid and cooking at the same time. But I do it, but I'm just letting you know. All right, 6 minutes later, you can see this is what we have. The front end there, you can see where it's well done. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around for even cooking. And then I cook it for another 4 minutes. 4 minutes later, open the lid and bam, let's go check it out. Woo-wee! Ha-ha! All right. I cannot wait to dig in. It looks phenomenal. Quick close-up. I mean, look at that. That pizza looks delicious. Look at that. Super, super thin crust. I cannot wait to try it. Let me grab myself a bite. I mean, super thin. Undercarriage is awesome. I don't know how well you can see that there. It's kind of overcast today, but it looks great. Here we go. Cheers. Oh my God. Super crispy. Flavors are exploding. That's delicious. The crunch is out of control. The flavors, fantastic. All right, we know the taste is great. Let's go check out the stats. All right, how about that for an updated recipe? Let me tell you, that pizza tasted fantastic. That super thin crust, super crunchy was awesome. The Rao's pizza sauce was incredible. The turkey pepperoni was good. The turkey sausage, oh my God, you got to try that turkey sausage if you haven't tried it. It tastes just like regular sausage. You would never know. The low sodium ham was fantastic. The bacon tasted great. Everything together with that part skim mozzarella cheese, just, it was awesome. We know it tastes great. Now let's see how it is for you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. The calories came in 710 calories for the original recipe. The new updated version was 451. or 259, almost 37% less calories, which is awesome. Saturated fat, another big one. 20.5 grams in the original recipe, only 8.5 grams on the updated recipe, or 58% less grams of saturated fat. Protein still hanging in there strong, almost the same amount at 34.6 grams of protein. The carbs of the original 44 versus 23, almost 50% less carbs on this pizza. And then here's the big one right here, in my opinion, the sodium. 2,520 milligrams of sodium in the original recipe. That's more than the recommended daily allowance. And that's just in one slice. The updated recipe, 1,386, almost half the sodium of the original recipe. Let me tell you, this was an updated version that tasted great and it's great for you. I'd call that an updated recipe. Everybody, thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. And we'll keep on cooking. Big Cat out.